Hi dear, welcome to our Bridge Academy community. This is the origin of our success. Today, Bridge course, the day is 7th day. Okay, so today's topic is that prokaryotic cells. Today our topic is prokaryotic cell. Prokaryotic cell. The best example of prokaryotic cell is that bacteria. Okay, yesterday we are discussing about that how the plants are made up of, means the plant systems are made up of cells. The group of cells is called tissues. We are already completed in this topic in yesterday's class. Today, all the cells based on the nuclear membrane, the cells are divided into two types. One is that prokaryotic cell and another one is that eukaryotic cell. Prokaryotic cell and second one is the eukaryotic cell. The prokaryotic cell, the example is bacteria, and eukaryotic cell, the example is plant cells. All the plant cells are eukaryotic cells. Here, how they are differentiated means based on the nuclear membrane, the cells are divided into two types. One is that prokaryotic cell and second one is that eukaryotic cell. Today we have to discussing about that prokaryotic cell. Okay, prokaryotic cell. And here the prokaryotic cells they are present in all over the world and all type of environments like that, and summery places and winter places and ice places, hot springs in our environment condition. Means the prokaryotic cells is called also ubiquitous cells. Means the bacteria. The example is that bacteria. These bacteria are present in all over the world. That is prokaryotic cells. Okay, so first of all, here these are ubiquitous cells. Ubiquitous cells. These are present in soil and cold places, drought places, deserts, hot springs, every places in our clothes, soils, every place. They are present in every places. Such type of the organisms is called also prokaryotics. So what is the shape of prokaryotic cells? Based on the shapes, the prokaryotic cells are several types. One is that cocci, second one is that bacillus, third one is that spirillum, fourth one is that vibrio. Based on the shapes, the bacterial cells there are cocci, bacillus, spirillum and vibrio. Okay, so here the cocci means the spherical shaped bacteria is called also cocci. So means here this type of the bacteria is called spherical shapes is called also cocci. Based on the number, the cocci bacteria are 6 types. One is that monococcus. Monococcus means here, mono means single bacteria. So here the spherical bacteria is present in single, that is called monococcus. And second one is the diplococcus. Diplo means the spherical type of the bacteria are present in pairs. Okay, these are pairs. The number of bacteria are present into that pairs like of the structure is called also Diplococcus, and Streptococcus. Streptococcus means here, Streptococcus means these are it present in a one child like of the structures. Child's like of structure is called also Streptococcus, and the next one is that Tetracoccus. Tetracoccus means here the spherical shape of bacteria, so it present in 4. Tetra means 4. The 4 bacteria are present. This is called also Tetracoccus. And the next one is that Staphylococcus. Staphylococcus means here this is an irregular cube model. Here the spherical shape of bacteria are present in irregular cube model, like that. Here one ball like cube. Okay, so here the cube like of the structure is called also Staphylococcus. And here the next one is that Sarcina. Sarcina means here these are it present in spherical shape of bacteria in number is 8. Like that one benzene like of the structure is present. So this like of the cube like, but here there is present in 8 number of bacteria are present in this case. Okay, so here this is the cocci bacteria. These are based on the number. There are 6 types. One is that Monococcus, means single spherical bacteria is present. Diplococcus means pairs of spherical bacteria is called Diplococcus. Tetracoccus means the 4 bacteria. It present in this spherical shape of 4 bacteria is called Tetracoccus. And Streptococcus means these are chain. Okay, so chain like of structure is called also Streptococcus. Staphylococcus means this is irregular formation, means that is the cube like of the structure and it form in a cube, irregular cubes. Okay, and the light follow. Last one is that Sarcina. Sarcina means this is the cube like of structure, but here it present into that only 8 spherical shape of bacteria. So that is called also cocci bacteria. Okay, these are also cocci spherical shape of bacteria. And next one is that Bacillus. And here the Bacillus means these bacteria are rod-shaped. Rod-shaped bacteria is called the Bacillus. Means here this type of bacteria is called rod-shaped. Rod-shaped bacteria is called also Bacillus based on the number. Here the Bacillus are again they are divided 3 types. One is that Monobacillus, and the next one is that Diplobacillus, and next one is that Streptobacillus. Okay, this is the Streptobacillus means these are chains like of the structure. Here the diplo means pair of rod-shaped bacteria. Pairs of rod-shaped bacteria is called also Diplobacillus, and this is the one chain like of the structure. Okay, and chains like of rod-shaped bacteria is called also Streptobacillus. These are 3 types of bacteria, or they are divided based on that number. And Bacillus are mainly Bacillus or rod-shaped, Monobacillus, Diplobacillus, Streptobacillus. Okay, right. And then third one is that Spirillums. Spirillums. The spirillum means here the spiral shaped bacteria is called also spirillums. The spiral shaped. Okay, and here these type of spherical and spiral shaped is called also spirillums. And here some of the spirillums are they are flexible. Okay, such type of bacteria are very flexible type of the bacteria are present. That type of bacteria is called also spirochetes. Spirochetes. Okay, that bacteria is called also spirochetes, right? So this is called also spirillums. And here the last one is that Vibrio bacteria. Vibrio bacteria means here this is comma shaped bacteria. This type of the bacteria, comma shaped. Okay, so we are already when we have to write that notes. So such time we are using of this type of the commas. Okay, so the here the comma shaped bacteria is called also Vibrio bacteria, right? These are shape based on the shape. And here based on the shapes, one more specific bacteria are present. That bacteria is called also pleomorphic bacteria. Pleomorphic bacteria. Pleomorphic bacteria. Pleomorphic bacteria means here the based on the availability of environmental conditions and nutrition, the bacteria they can change in a shapes. Such type of bacteria is called pleomorphic bacteria. So the best example of pleomorphic bacteria is Acetobacter. Acetobacter, this is the pleomorphic bacteria. So these are shapes of bacteria. Okay, right. And then next one is that size. The next one is that size. So here these are very invisible particles, and we cannot see without naked eye. With the help of microscopic, we can see that organisms. These are non-visible. Okay, right. Sizes means here the bacteria are it's 0.1 to 0.5 micrometers in length, and here the 0.1 to 5 micrometer width is present. And here some of the very longest bacteria are present. One is that Thiomargarita namibiensis. Thiomargarita namibiensis. This is very largest bacteria. This is 600 micrometers. Okay, 600 micrometers is present. And one more bacteria is also is there. That is Epuloficium fischelsoni. Epuloficium fischelsoni. This is also one largest bacteria, and this is the 700 micrometers. It present in 700 micrometers. This is Epuloficium fischelsoni. These are very largest bacteria. This Thiomargarita namibiensis, this bacteria is found in the river of Namibia. The river of Namibia, and here the Epuloficium fischelsoni is found in that the intestine of red fish. Intestine of red fish. This is the size of bacteria. Okay, right. And next one is that structure. Structure of bacteria. Mainly here, the bacteria it can made up of three types of the components, like the external structures of cell wall, and second one is that cell wall and internal structures of cell wall. Okay, right. So now we have to draw that diagram of the bacteria, the structure of bacteria, and here this is the rough diagram of bacteria. The bacteria, it can made up of three parts. One is the external parts of cell wall, internal parts of cell wall. The external parts of cell wall, the outside of the cell wall, all the parts is called external parts of cell wall. The external parts, mainly there are the four types. One is the glycocalyx, flagella, fimbrium and villum. Okay, right. So this is the glycocalyx part, the first part, and this is the cell wall. The above part, the cell wall above part, it is surrounded by tightly bounded organism. So tightly bounded organism, this part, okay, and this part, all above part is called glycocalyx. In this glycocalyx, there is one part is tightly bounded and one part is loosely bounded to cell wall. The tightly bounded cell wall, this part is called also capsule. This part is called also capsule, and the loosely bounded part is called also slime layer. This is called slime layer. These two components is called also glycocalyx. These two components is called also glycocalyx. Here, the tightly bounded part to cell wall is called also capsule, and the loosely bounded part is called also slime layer. Which bacteria it can contain capsule, that is, that type of bacteria is virulent. That bacteria is virulent. And which bacteria that did not contain that capsule, that bacteria is avirulent. Means these are pathogens, these are causes for number of diseases to human and animals and plant system also. These are mutual beneficial organisms. These are did not causes for organisms, right? This is the part of glycocalyx. And the next one is the flagella. In this bacteria, it can contain one motile organism, that is flagella. The flagella is one hair-like and thimble-like disc-like of the structure is called also flagella. And flagella, it made up of one special protein, that is flagellin. That protein is called also flagellin. And here, based on the number of flagellas, the bacteria, so there are several types. One is that Atrichus, Monotrichus and Lophotrichus, Amphitrichus and Peritrichus. Okay, so these are the based on the flagellas. There are 5 types of bacteria are present. Atrichus means the absence of flagellas. That bacteria is called Atrichus bacteria. Monotrichus means the flagella present in one side end and only one flagella is called also Monotrichus. Here this is the Monotrichus bacteria. And Lophotrichus means here the bacteria, it can contain group of flagellas in one end. The bunch of flagellas are present. This type of bacteria is called Lophotrichus. And Amphitrichus means the bacteria, it can contain that group of or single flagellas are present in two opposite ends is called also Amphitrichus. Peritrichus means such type of bacteria are present in the flagellas are present in all over the body, all over the body. So this type of all over the body, this type of bacteria is called Peritrichus bacteria. Peritrichus bacteria. This is the based on the flagella. Based on the flagella, the bacteria are 5 types: Atrichus, Monotrichus, Lophotrichus, Amphitrichus, and Peritrichus. Atrichus means absence of bacteria. Monotrichus means the single flagella is present. Lophotrichus means the group of flagella are present at one end. Amphitrichus means the single or group of flagella are present at 2 opposite ends. This is called also Amphitrichus. And Peritrichus means here the flagella are present all over the body, is called also Peritrichus. Okay, right, this is the flagella. And so here the next one is that fimbrio. This is the fimbrio. This is one bristle-like and hollow-like of the structure is called also fimbrio. This is not used for motile. Only the fimbrio is used for it attached for that substratum in aquatic bacteria. In aquatic bacteria, they are located inside of the water, so they are attached to that substratum. So this is the use of fimbrio. And one hollow-like tube-like of the structure is called also pili, and this is used for that conjugation canal and transfer of genetic material one organism to another organism is called also pili. Okay, so this is the structure of external structures of bacteria. And then next one is that cell wall. Okay, so the next part is called also cell wall. This part is called also cell wall. The cell wall is made up of polysaccharides or peptidoglycans. Sorry, only polysaccharides and proteins. Polysaccharides and proteins and amino acids. Proteins means amino acids. So here there are the 2 types of the amino acids are present and 2 types of the sugar molecules are present in this cell wall. Peptidoglycans or murines. Okay, and peptidoglycans and murines. Here there are the 2 types of sugar components are present: NAM and NAD. N-acetylmuramic acid, N-acetylglucosamine. These are the 2 sugar components are made up of in this cell wall. This cell wall is all these components is called murines. Murines or peptidoglycan. This is called peptidoglycans or murines. Okay. This is NAM means N-acetylmuramic acid and NAD means N-acetylglucosamine. And these are the 2 sugar components. These are it bond with each and either sides. Each and one, every one in either sides. One NAM it bind with glycoside, it bonds with NAD and NAM. So each and sugar molecules are it bind with each 2 and either sides. Okay, and each and every sugar components are it made up of 4 amino acids: L-alanine, D-alanine, diaminopimelic acid, and D-glutamate. These type of amino acids are it bind with NAM and NAD with the glycosidic bonds, and the third amino acid is differentiated to each and every NAG and NAMs, and here these one more and each to other one tetra polypeptide chain, it bind with pentaglycosidic bridges between of this NAM and NAD. Pentaglycosidic bridges between of in this NAM and NAD. Okay, and this is the cell wall, and this is very useful for protection. It gives the protection to inner organisms, right? So this is the cell wall and internal parts of cell wall. Next one is that internal parts of cell wall. Internal parts of cell wall, right? Mainly here the internal parts means the first one is that cell membrane, and second part is mesosomes, third one is that cytoplasm, fourth part is plasmid, and fifth part is that nucleoid, sixth part is that ribosomes. Okay, right. Cell membrane. So here the cell membrane, it can made up of proteins and lipids. It made up of proteins and lipids. The cell membrane, it acts as a semi-permeable membrane. This is very important point. So here the cell membrane, it acts as a semi-permeable membrane, and here the membrane, it accepted to ions to external side to internal to external sides. So this type of organism is called cell membrane, and here the cell membrane, it undergoes to number of invaginations. Like this type of invaginations are present, and the cell membrane, it can contain that small invaginations. Such type of invaginations is called mesosomes. Okay, and this is the second part of mesosomes. The mesosome function is that it stored in a respiratory enzymes, and the mesosome, it used for that binary fission. It is used for very important organism. This is the mesosome particle. And the next one is that cytoplasm. Inside of the stomatocyte, and all it can contain that these semi-solid liquid is called also cytoplasm. In this cytoplasm, most of that 60% of proteins are present, and inside of cytoplasm, it can contain number of organelles. So here that organelles are plasmid, nucleide, and inclusionous granules and ribosomes are present. And in this bacteria, it absent in mitochondria and chloroplast, Golgi bodies, endoplasmic reticulum. All these type of the organelles are absent in this case. So here the membrane bounded organelles are absent in bacteria. Okay, only here in this cytoplasm, it can contain only ribosomes. The ribosomes are present in that 70S ribosomes are present. 70S ribosomes are present. The ribosomes are made up of two components. One is the 30S plus 50S components. Okay, only 70S type of ribosomes are present in these bacterial cells, and this made up of two subunits. One is that 30S subunit, and another one is that 70S or 50S subunit. Both of and associated lived. Okay, so this is organism is called also ribosomes, and the ribosomes are the main function of ribosomes means here these are involved in the protein synthesis process. These are involved in protein synthesis process, right? And next organelle is the plasmid. Okay, plasmid. The plasmid is that this is the circular extrachromosomal double-stranded circular extra chromosomal double-stranded DNA molecule is called also plasmid. This is very useful for genetic engineering process. Nowadays we are constructed in an artificial plasmids also, that is PBR322 and PUC19 and 101. These are the artificially constructed plasmids. This is the plasmid. Okay, right. And here this is the nucleide. Nucleide means here the nuclear membrane is absent. And here this is the naked DNA. This is called also naked DNA. And here this DNA it made up of absence of histone proteins. Here this is the absence of histone protein. This is act as a brain of the cell. This is called also nuclei. So here this is the structure of bacterial cells, and now nutrition of bacterial cells. The next topic is that nutrition of bacterial cells. Nutrition. Nutrition of bacterial cells. Mainly the bacteria based on the organic sources. The bacteria, so there are two types. One is that autotrophs. Second one is that heterotrophs. Autotrophs and heterotrophs. Okay, and autotrophs means the bacteria they are manufactured the food materials by own, that is called also autotrophs. Heterotrophs means they did not manufacture of food materials, or they are directly or indirectly they are dependent to that host cells. That is called also heterotrophs. The source of carbon and sunlight. The source of carbon and sunlight. The autotrophs are, there are two types. One is that photoautotrophs, and the second one is that chemoautotrophs. One is that photoautotrophs and chemoautotrophs. Photoautotrophs means these type of the bacteria are they directly dependent to that environmental CO2 plus sunlight. Okay, the sunlight. They can synthesize the food materials by the help of chromatophores. Okay, one point is that here in all the plant cells it can contain the chlorophylls, the chloroplast cells. Instead of chloroplast, all the bacteria it can contain chromatophores. It acts as a chloroplast. Okay, the functions, it acts as a chloroplast. Here with help of chromatophores, the photoautotrophs they can directly dependent to that environmental CO2 and sunlight. With help of chromatophores, they can synthesize the food materials. This type of bacteria is called also photoautotrophs. Okay, right. And chemoautotrophs means these bacteria also their source of CO2, these are dependent to that inorganic materials, inorganic raw materials, and they are dependent to sunlight. Light source is that sunlight. They can synthesize the food materials. The type of bacteria is called also chemoautotrophs. These are the two types of the bacteria are present in all over the environment, right? And then next one is that chemoheterotrophs. These are also based on the source of carbon and sunlight. So heterotrophs also they can divide it two types. One is that photoheterotrophs and chemoheterotrophs. Photoheterotrophs means here these bacteria are they directly dependent to the source of CO2 in inorganic raw materials and light source is that sunlight. So these such type of organisms is called also photoheterotrophs. With help of these CO2 and sunlight, in the presence of chromatophores, they can synthesize the food materials. Such type of organisms is called photoheterotrophs. And next one is the chemoheterotrophs. Here, the both source of CO2 and light, so they directly dependent to dead and decay organisms. Dead and decay organisms or raw materials means here these bacteria are oxidized in raw materials. They can manufacture the food materials. They can dependent to that raw materials. Mainly the chemoheterotrophs there are three types. One is that saprophytes. Second one is that parasites. Third one is that symbionts. Saprophytes means they directly dependent to the dead and decay, decomposing of the dead organisms. They can utilize the oxidized energy, and the source of carbon is inorganic substances. Parasites means they directly dependent to that host cells. That is called also parasites. Symbionts means these organisms are mutual beneficiaries. Okay, so mutual beneficial. These symbionts are they did not cause for or lost organisms. Such type of bacteria is called symbionts. So, for example, in our human bodies, intestine, the small intestine, they can lie inside of in our human bodies. That bacteria is that E. coli bacteria, Escherichia coli. And in our plant systems, the best example of symbiotic bacteria is that Rhizobium. These are symbiotic nodular roots. Okay, right. And then next topic is that reproduction process. Next topic is the reproduction process. The bacteria are directly involved in the reproduction in two types. One is that asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction, it involved in that binary fusion. So binary fusion means the mother bacterial cell, they are involved in the divisions and forming a two bacterial cells is called also binary fusion. Each and every cell it acts as a new type of the cells. Okay. They divide it equal two parts. It can develop into two daughter cells. That is called also binary fusions. Okay, and sometimes it involved in the endospores. Right? Endospores means here the cytoplasm, the outside of the cytoplasm, the composition of several types of layers. Pectin and superin type of layers are it composed deposition of external side of that cell walls that and it converted into that one small type of the structures. These structures is called conidiophores or endospores. Okay. And sexual reproduction is that there are three types. One is that transformation, conjugation, transduction. These are the three types of reproductions are present. Transformation means the DNA uptake of environmentals to inside. That process is called also transformation. This process are present in soil type, inside of the soils. For example, the soil, this is the one bacteria and this is the soil. So ruptured DNA particles. These are ruptured DNA particles, and these DNA particles are attached to that cell wall with the help of special type of proteins, that carrier proteins. The DNA particle directly enter into the host cells, they can synthesize. So this process is called also transformation. Conjugation means the transfer of genetic material one bacterium cell to another bacterial cells with the help of conjugational canal. With help of conjugational canal. So conjugational canal. So this is the one bacteria and this is also one bacteria. These are replicated and it form in another plasmids. These plasmid transfer to one organism to another organism. So that is called also conjugation process. Transduction means with the help of bacteriophages, the genetic material transfer to one organism to another organisms. So here this is the reproduction process, and economical importance is that so several types of the bacteria are useful, and several types of bacteria are very powerful too in plants and human beings also. The useful bacteria are such like of industries of agriculture, in medicines and biomining and biosensors. Such type of fields are we are using different types of bacteria are useful characters, and some causes bacteria are means Mycobacterium leprae, it causes for leprosy, Mycobacterium tuberculosis, TB, Salmonella typhimurium, typhoid, and Mycobacterium tetanus, tetanus, such type of, and Xanthomonas actinopodicitri, it causes for plant systems in citrus, concave. Such type of diseases or causes for all organisms. So this is the day 7th day or say 8th day. Okay, so this is the structure of